Hello friends, Smita here, and today we will discuss about budget and control in TallyPrime. So, what do you mean by budget? How to control it? What are the steps to be taken for budget and control in Tally? All these things we will learn in this session. So, what do you mean by budget? We always hear the word budget. So, what is budget? A budget is a financial document used to project future income and expenses. So, whatever the future plans are there related to the expenses or expected income, that plan or the documents used to project that future income and expenses is known as a budget. A budget plan future saving and spending as well as planned income and expenses. What a budget does, a budget plans future, the savings as well as the expenses in a planned income and expenses. The main purpose of the budget is to control the expenditure. So if the budget is decided for any kind of expenses, beyond that the company do not allow the people or the employees or the team to spend above that decided budget. So the main purpose of the budget is to control the expenditure. This is possible by creating budget and then comparing budgeted figures against the actual figure. So whether the budget is maintained or not, or the actual figures are crossing the budget amount, all these things can be compared only if the budget is created and then actual entries are passed. So let's start with budget and control in Tally. We have one example. Suppose our company decided to prepare budget for advertisement expenses on both the products. We have shampoo and hair oil. These are the two products that we have. So total budget decided is for rupees 1 lakh for the first financial quarter of 22-23. That means it is from for April 22, May 22 and June 22. So first 3 months of the financial year beginning from 22 has the budget of rupees 1 lakh on advertisement expenses, where it is concentrating on shampoo and hair oil, these two products. So out of 1 lakh, 64 is for shampoo and 36,000 is for hair oil. So this is what our budget is. 1 lakh rupees is given as the, let's start calculating the same. So this is our budget. This is our example, and just start with this. So budget is for which year? Budget period is, let's enter all the figures in Excel. Budget period is from April 22 to, that is 1st of April. I will enter the date, actual date, 1st of April 22 to 30th of June. Let's do it for from May to 1st of May 22 to 3 months. May, June, July, 31st of July. I am taking this example as we cannot enter the 30 days, date 30 of June in our TallyPrime as it is educational mode. If you have the original or licensed version, you can select any date, you can enter any date. But at for the time being, I am using 3 months budget starting from 1st of May. Okay, so budget period is available. Next is for which ledger we are using expense ledger is advertisement expense, right? Advertisement expenses. On advertisement expenses, total net budget is, it is on, the type of budget is on net transaction. Next, we have to find out the cost centers. Cost centers are, we have shampoo and hair oil. We have shampoo and hair oil. So for shampoo, the budget is 64,000 and 36 for hair oil. So 64,000 is the budget for shampoo and 36,000 is the budget for hair oil. So total is of 1 lakh rupees. Total budget of 1 lakh rupees. So let's start with this. So suppose, so per month we will calculate the per month calculate budget amount, calculation of budget per month. So for the month of May, June and July, we will calculate the amount for each and every cost center, shampoo and hair oil. See, for shampoo, we have the budget of 64,000. I am just calculating the amount. So 64,000 is the budget. First of all, let me check the number of days available for these 3 months. In the month of May, we have 31 days. Then we will add the days of June, that is 30. And in the month of July, again we have 31 days. So total 92 days are there in this period. So start with equals to total amount of the shampoo budget is 64,000. I'm entering the cell references and divide by 92 days. As we have calculated 92 days as a total period for the total period of the budget, and for May we will now we are calculating the budget for the month of May. So we will multiply it by 31 days, means 64,000 divided by 92 days, and for May we would like to find out the budget of 31 days. Like this we can find out. Again, for June we will find out, that is 64,000 equals to 64,000 divided by 92 and divide by the days in the month of June are 30. So we will multiply it by 30. Again, for July, total amount of budget for shampoo is 64,000. We will divide it by total days of the budget and then multiply again by month. In the month of July, the days are 31. So we will multiply by 31. Same way, we will find out the budget amount for hair oil. So I am just using the cell reference. 36,000 is the budget, quarterly budget, and I'm just giving it, I'm just enabling the cell reference locking way. So just I have pressed F4 from my keyboard. I have locked that cell reference, divide by 92 and multiplied by 31 days. So just I will copy this formula and paste over here, and for the month of June I will just change it to 30 days. So this is the monthly budget for both the products. Okay, now let's come to our question. Actual money spent on advertisement for the month of, I will correct this, if not for April, for the month of May was 35,000. Total amount of advertisement expense spent in the month of May was 35,000, and in which the cost centers used are 18,500 for shampoo and 16,500 for hair oil. So 18,000. So just we will select these figures. For shampoo, I am just erasing these amounts now for the time being. or we can say we can enter the figures. Actual amount of expenses 18,500 for shampoo and 16,500 for hair oil. These are the actual expenses. Actual expenses. So just check. The budget allowed for shampoo for the month of May was 21,565.20, but actually the money spent was 18,500, which is compared to the budget amount, which is less amount, minimum, small amount, which has not crossed the budget amount. But in case of hair oil, the budget was 12,130.40 paisa and actual expenses was incurred 16,500. So it has crossed the budget. So this is the calculation, and now we will enter all these things in tally and will compare the actual amount and with the budgeted amount. So let's start solving this question in the tally. So prepare budget and check report. Let's start with tally budget feature. The first step is, as we have these two cost centers, means shampoo and hair oil brand. So for these two cost centers we are preparing the budget. The first step will be enable cost center feature in tally. So let's open the tally. I have this file open. This is very fresh file, Measures Royal Enterprises. There are no entries at all. So we'll start with the first step, enable cost center feature in tally. So we will enable cost center feature. For this, press F11 from the keyboard and maintain accounts and enable bill wise entries. These two features are already enabled, activated. Now we have to enable the cost center feature. So I'm enabling that feature, and inventory features are already used. Just a minute. And for GST, I'm not activating this at present. So only accounting features, first two accounting features along with the third one, cost center features and inventory, two features we have enabled. Press Ctrl A to save. So first step is over. Next is create cost category. So we will create cost category name as advertisement expenses. How to create? We have already learned this in earlier sessions. So go to create, enter. We don't have the cost category word over here. We have cost center. So how to create cost category? Just start typing cost category. So cost category word is available now as accounting masters for creation, as we are creating it for the first time. Enable this option by pressing C from the keyboard or press this create new button. So create the cost category named as advertisement expenses. This is our cost category, and we will allocate both revenue and non-revenue items to this cost category. So enable both the questions, enter, press escape. Now we are in the gateway of tally. Next step is create cost centers. Which cost centers we will create? Shampoo and hair oil. Shampoo and hair oil both are our products also. So we will create stock items also. But in this session, we are concentrating on the budget part. So for us, shampoo and hair oil will be our cost centers also. So we will create cost centers, shampoo and hair oil under advertisement expenses. So create cost center. Category will be press spacebar, select advertisement expense as a category. Shampoo will be our first cost center under primary, and the second cost center again will be our hair oil. Press accept by pressing Y from the keyboard. So these two cost centers we have created. The next step is create ledger advertisement expenses, and there we have to activate the cost center. So we will create the ledger advertisement expense. This is advertisement expense will be our indirect expense, so it will be grouped under indirect expense. Create ledger advertisement expense account. This is ledger. We have already created the cost category. Now we are creating the ledger. So this is advertisement expense ledger, which is under indirect expense group. And we need to enable the cost center feature here. If this question is not available, just change the configuration and select the cost center, apply cost center for ledgers. This question should be activated so that it will ask for the cost center whether applicable or not at the time of ledger creation or alteration. So press Ctrl A. So this is how we have completed our next step. Next step is create budget name. Now we will create the budget. Now here our budgeting part starts. So create budget name. We will give the name as a budget for advertisement expenses. This is very important step. How to create budget? Gateway of Tally, create and start typing the word budget, and rest of the things we have to provide all the necessary details. So create budget name, budget for advertisement expenses. So go to create. Again, we are in gateway of Tally, create, start typing budget. So here is the word budget available. Press enter. The name of the budget will be budget for advertisement expense. Budget for advertisement expense. So this is our name of the budget. It is primary one. Period is from 1st of May. I have changed this period to 31st of July. So this is 3 months budget. Now set alter budget off. We will alter the budget only for the ledgers. So skip this group part, come to ledgers, press yes, enter, and then the next screen will appear where we have to provide the cost center details for both the items. So account name will be press spacebar, advertisement expenses. Cost center will be again press spacebar for the list of the cost centers we have already created. If it is not there, press Alt C to create new cost center. So for shampoo, press enter. Next, it is asking the type of budget. The type of budget we have, it is on net transaction. So type of budget will be on net transaction, not on closing balance. We will have the budget on to actual net transactions. So net transaction, the amount of budget for shampoo is 64,000. So we will enter 64,000, enter. Again select the account name, which is advertisement expense account. Now the next cost center is hair oil. Again the type of budget will be on net transaction and the amount is 36,000. So enter 36,000, enter, enter. If there is other cost centers and budget available for that particular cost center, enter the details and press enter. We are not giving or altering the budget of cost center. In ledgers, we are providing the cost center details. So for cost center part, keep it as it is. So this is how we have created the budget. So we have completed with this step. Now the next step is pass entries of actual money spent on advertisement along with the cost center details. So let's enter the actual money spent. So just I'm pressing page up. Actual money spent on the advertisement is 35,000, out of which 18,500 on shampoo and 16,500 on hair oil. So let's enter the voucher. Go to voucher. As it is a payment voucher, select the payment voucher or press F5 from your keyboard. So it is this transaction or this budget or this actual expenses made, suppose on 2nd of May. For this month, we have allowed the amount, we have hand over the amount to our staff on 2nd May for the month of May. So entry will be advertisement expense account debit. Total amount of expenses 35,000. So 35,000 will be amount. Enter. As the cost centers are applicable for this ledger, it will ask for both the cost center amounts. So cost category, press spacebar. Advertisement expense is the cost category. Again, press spacebar for the cost center. So first is shampoo, and amount spent on shampoo branding is 18,500. So enter the figure 18,500, and the next brand is hair oil. We spent 16,500 on hair oil. So this is how actual expenditure on advertisement entry we are passing over here. We are entering this data, and suppose we paid through cash. So being paid for advertisement expense. Enter the narration and press enter. Accept the voucher. So we have entered the actual money spent on advertisement along with the cost center. The next step is checking the report checking. We need to check the report of budget along by comparing the actual amount as well as the budgeted figure. So how to check, where to go? Go to gateway of tally, display more reports, statement of accounts, cost center, ledger breakup. Now select the ledger. As we have budget, we have created a budget on advertisement expense. We will select this ledger and then press F10 for budget variance report. So let's start with this report. Gateway of tally. So press escape. Gateway of tally. Display more reports. Statement of accounts. Cost centers. Ledger breakup. Select the ledger, as we have only one ledger in this company, advertisement expense. So this is the actual screen of the amount which was available as a budget figure for both the brands. For shampoo, 18,005, sorry, actual amount spent on that particular product. So we spent 18,500 on shampoo, and hair oil we spent 16,500. And here our step is press F10. At this screen, or at this report screen, we have to press F10 from the keyboard. So press F10 and then select the name of the budget. The name of the budget is available to the right hand side. Select it from the list. We have only one budget available, budget for advertisement expenses. See, so this is the budget available for advertisement expenses. So I'm just going through the right side. Just a minute. Once again, we will enter F10. Budget variance, and we will alter this column from 1st of April, sorry, from 1st of May to first to still 31st of July. Budget, show variance, yes, advertisement expenses. See, now we are in the first column. See, first column is the advertisement expenses, measures Royal Enterprises from 1st May to 31st July, budget for advertisement expenses, and budget for hair oil is 36,000, shampoo 64,000, and this is for the 3 months. So if we want to change this column, what we have to do? We have to alter the column by pressing Alt A from the keyboard. What we will do? We will change the period. We will make it to only 1 month's budget. So change the column, alter the column, press Alt A, change the duration. It is from 1st May to 31st 5. Budget for advertisement expenses. At present, I don't want any variance. Press enter. See. So this was the budget amount per month. That is for hair oil, we had 130.43 allowed to be spent on hair oil branding, but actually we spent 16,500, which is 136% 0.02% of the actual budget figure. While on shampoo, it was allowed to spend 21,565.22 rupees, and actually we spent 18,500, which is just 85% of the actual budgeted figure. So this is how we can create the budget. We can check the budget with the actual expenses. How to check? Once again I will show. Open, just go to gateway of tally, display more reports, statement of accounts, cost center. We are checking it through ledger breakup. Select the ledger, and here we have to enter, open, we have to press F10 for budget of advertisement expense. Now first column is the budget column and the second column is the actual figures. So in the first column, what we have to do, select the first column, just see it is highlighted when our cursor is in first column, that is budget column. Here we will alter this column by pressing Alt A, alter the column, give the date range, that is 1st of May to 31st of May. Budget for advertisement, show variance, I don't want to see the variance, and it is on advertisement expense. So this is first column, and as we have changed the column, first column with the proper period, that is first month's period, the actual column, the amount available in the actual columns is also showing the same date range. So this is how we can compare the budgeted figures and the actual expenses that we have spent on that particular brand. So this is what the budget is. It is very important document. It is very important for planning future savings and expenses also. And as we have seen, we have compared both actual and budgeted figures. It is the main purpose of the budget is to control the expenditure. So see, it shows that the data shows that, or the report shows that for hair oil we have better control on branding, but compared to that, for shampoo we have spent extra money. So we need more control on shampoo branding. This is what we can say. We can look for controlling part on the expenditure spent on that particular brand, which is spending extra amount as compared to budgeted figures. So this is the budget. We need to control the shampoo branding part, advertisement expenses spent on uh, shampoo branding, and for hair oil it is okay. So this is how the budget part is used to compare the figures with actual spending, and this allows us to have better control on the expenditure in the future or upcoming expenses or budgets, or we can have better planning for upcoming budgets. So go through the example, solve the example, follow the steps. It is very important to have cost center feature enabled for budget and control in TallyPrime. So create cost centers, cost categories, even the expenditure ledger needs to have the cost center activated, and then we have to create the budget. After creating budget, we have to pass the actual amount spent on that particular budget expenses, and then we can go for the reports. So go through the session, try to solve the questions, and also go try to solve the given example in your own Tally Prime file. So let us stop over here. Thank you, friends.